Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you being here for the We are St. John's, baby. Let's go. St. John's takes it. Let's go, Red Storm. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the St. John's edition. St. Patrick's Day will be tomorrow. God bless each and every one of you. Let's get that music back up and running. Bobby in the back. Let's get that music back up and running. Bobby in the studio. You know how I got to have that music running. God bless everybody here. St. John's Red Storm, baby, with the patch in action. I went to St. John's. Where are my Johnnies? Any Johnnies in the crowd? Hey, there's one. Hey. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Fresh to death, baby. St. John's all day long. Okay? It's chilly out here in Florida. It's 78 degrees. No, I'm just joking. But shout out to you all. Thank you for being here. We're going to break down Bitcoin, show you what's happening. Bitcoin in a bit of state of confusion. The bears are happy. The bulls are happy. We're going back and forth. Bitcoin at 82,690. Getting a little bit of a pop off of the 200-day moving average on the 1-minute time frame. Is it sustainable? Is that move going to cook? Only time will tell. We will see. You know, I had to jump on in. So even though it's Sunday night, I just opened up a trade right here, right now. Stop loss below that 200 MA, just low enough. Okay, and see if this thing could continue to the upside. And so I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin so far. But, you know, there's no guarantees for anything. But it's okay. So far, so good. All right. I want to see which side that is. That's better. That works for me. But go St. John's, man. And I hope I didn't offend anybody by wearing my alma mater coat. But I just put it along. I'm up 29 bucks. And I told you, I don't know about you, man, but I'm the king of 3%. I don't know how many times I told you that. I am the king of 3%. I like this one the most. With Benjamin Franklin, OG. Anyway, when you cross the 200 MA, the last time we did that, we had a massive move to the upside. And we pumped so hard. We pumped so hard. And it looks like we may do something similar. Anyway, we're going to get into brass tacks, talk about Bitcoin. I have guests here, but I guess they're going to find out what happens, huh? Every single time. So right now we're bouncing off the bottom of this trend line. Top, bottom, top, bottom. Likely we'll head back to the top of the trend line. You have to assume that that is what's going to happen here for Bitcoin. A little bit of bullish divvy here too on the 1 hour time frame, which is nice. Swing up to swing up, swing down. That's a strong bullish divergence. Higher low on the 4 hour time frame as well. And we got tweezer bottoms kind of beginning here. Chance we could get a nice pump back to the target here and all the way back, get above the 200 MA on the 1 minute. On the 1 hour. Anyway, I'm talking ahead of myself. Let me slow it down. We could also be rolling over here. So I see two possibilities and scenarios. Let's get rid of the spaghetti. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I got rid of the spaghetti. Let's take a look at what's happening here. Although, who's laughing at who? What happened over here? Who's? Hey, she got a weird laugh though. Yeah, did she just be quiet? Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the lot. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here and the weekly candle close. The pixie dust is too much, Bobby. How did you know how to do that? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in to Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I hope I made you laugh. I hope you got some movement out of you. Some people can't stand it. Some people love it. Some people walk away. Some people get closer. It depends on who you are. But we do it every single week, every single Sunday night for Bitcoin and the candle close. Let's take a look at what happened last week for Bitcoin. That's the first thing we do here. This is the weekly candle close. That's what this show is all about. All right? It's not really about anything else. All the other weeks, all the other shows, we do so many other things. But tonight, it's about the week. What happened last week? Where are we going next week? We sit down, we relax, we see where we've went, we see where we're going, and we take a breath. All right? And we get ready for the week ahead. Are you with me? I want to see a 444 in the comment section. Are you with me, baby? Let's go. How many 444s can I see? Are you ready to go? Can the weekly start off green like it is right now and continue to pump and change our lives? Let's take a look and see what the probabilities of an amazing week ahead is for us. So let's take a look at the stats. Bitcoin opened at 80,734 and 48 cents. The high was 85,309 and 71 cents. The low was $76,606 and 0 cents to the evens, and we closed the candle at 82,574 and 53 cents. So we opened at 80K. We did go as low as 76,000. It was the lowest candle we've ever seen in a long time. We hadn't been at 76,000 since November of 2024, folks. Okay? Just to put it into perspective, as we are approaching the month of April, halfway through March here, and the candle closed, right, up. It went up $1,840 on the week, 2.28%. So at the end of the day, it opened at 80,700, and it closed at 82.5. Like we ended up higher than we were the week before, and that's what matters, folks. That's what matters. That's what you want to see. So moving forward and thinking clearly here, the weekly, bullish. We have whenever I see tweezer bottoms, meaning both of the candles have wicks, and we have a close where the second one opens and everything looks nice and easy peasy. This is what you want to see, right? We open, we come down, we come back up, and we respect the line here on the weekly. I'll tell you what, every time we've had one of these, we've had at least a little bit of a bump there. We eventually got resolved to the downside. But like here became the beginning of a pump, and every big pump we've ever had, weekly tweezer bottoms there, tweezer bottom right there, beautiful. Right there, a little one. Right there was one that really marked the bottom. These ones next to each other. So anyway, it's a good sign. It's the beginning of what could be great for Bitcoin, right? And then we'll see. I'm optimistic for Bitcoin, but we got what we wanted. What we desired. Remember last week I said all we need bullishly is for Bitcoin to get the weekly candle close to have a tweezer bottom and to make sure that we close green. I would have loved we close a lot bigger. It is an indecision doji, which means it has wicks on either side. I can't really call it a bullish hammer. Some would try to cheat that, but I can't say so. I say it's a indecision doji, which is a bullish. It can be a bullish sign from a nasty downtrend. Chance of a reversal in price action. So we'll see what happens. I'd like usually the candle to be a little smaller. This one really can go either way. So we'll see. But the fact that we've been dumping and now you have an either way candle, at least it's better than a red candle, right? So it gives you hope that it's bullish. So at that, when you put it in perspective, it's a bullish candle, if you know what I'm saying. All right. Would you put your last 500 euro on it every weekly candle? I don't know what you're saying. Let's finally go up. Can we go up green now? Aries, April month of the monsters. I love you, brother. Shout out to my man, Vegas Cloud. Shout out to my Aries, baby. Hag 10, baby. Let's go. Let's go. 82,800 for Bitcoin on the weekly. Let's go jump on into the 5-day chart. The 5-day showing signs of a possible move up, but barely a tweezer bottom. But there is a little bit of a wick there for the 5-day. Indecision doji there too. In red, it's okay though. It can spell a reversal and price action. And back to the 3-day. The 3-day is 3 wide soldiering. 1, 2, 3. 3-day never went bearish. You know what I'm saying? The 3-day has been bullish all along. Why do I keep doing that? Run it back. And then we don't even need it once I run it back. Watch, boom. But the 3-day is bullish nonetheless. Look at this. And now we're going to zoom into the time, what we want to see. Oh, and let's get back to the weekly and be repetitive here. So why did Sam buy an entire Bitcoin at 84,000? What, am I sick? Is there something wrong with me? Yes, I'm out of my mind. But, they say there's a thin line between genius and insanity. And I think I have almost the line of genius, but it's probably mostly, sad to say, insanity. The insane think they're genius. See, that's how it works. You know what I mean? But it's just absolute insanity. But hey, it got me here in the first place, so I will continue to be and do things that are just laughable and insane to the average person. So buying a whole Bitcoin at 84,000 is a bit absurd. I really think it is. And how many people are going to do that? How many people in the world right now, what percentage of the world do you think right now? I'm going to ask you guys, what percentage of the world would buy a whole Bitcoin right now at about 84,000? What percentage of the world do you think? And this is a good what percentage of the world would buy a Bitcoin at 84,000? What percentage? 10%, 1%, 20%, 5%, 6%, 0.01%, right? What percent you think? I think it's like 0.01 or something. Already, there's only like 4% of the world in crypto, right? Less than 1%, less than 1, right? Less than 1%, 1%, 0.001, 0.02, 0.25, right? So, okay, this is going to blow your mind, all right? So the businessman, the entrepreneur, the investor, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do here should be taken as financial advice. But the investor that does what 99% of everyone is doing, do they usually make money? I'm asking a question out here. If you do what 99% of the world is doing, do you make money? Do you? Do you make money? Usually not, right? The answer would be no. And you guys have a 10-second lag, so I'm going to wait for the answer. But the answer is usually no. Okay? So, and to get rich, to go against the grain, to become the top 1%, you got to do what 99% of people would never do. Okay? So, where's that? No. There it is. So what 99% of never, so again, how many people you think bought just some Bitcoin? What percentage of the world bought some Bitcoin on the low? I'd still say it's less than 3%. Never mind just buying a whole Bitcoin. That's braggery. I get it. Sam, not everyone can, blah, blah, blah. Look at you swinging your pants around. I get it. I'm with you. All right. I would have said the same thing in the day, calm down and keep it humble. All right. I will. I'm just learning how to start. I just got here. All right. It's an early arrival. So the idea is, but still, if you bought Bitcoin, even if you bought $10 worth, if you bought $100 worth, you're still in a tiny percentage of people. You're doing what very small amount of people would ever do. So I commend you. No matter how much you bought, no matter what you did, I commend you. Yeah. I had a dream of the moon and saw train tracks on it. I didn't want to miss the train. Shout out to Jason Mitchell. Sam is a blessed man. Mattis, you're a blessed man. As God is with me every day. You know, when my mom and dad passed, God was with me. You guys were, you guys were with me. How many of you reached out? Right now, say I reached out, whether it was on Twitter, you DM'd me, or maybe you said something on the stream. Just say I reached out. Just write it right here. And I'm going to show you how much love there is in the world. How many of you reached out to me when I was going through that? Just write the word I reached out. That's all. And I'm not, you know, we're not going to go that far into it again tonight. We're not going to spend, you know, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I just want to show people how many people were out there reaching out. All right. I bought a whole hoagie, man. You're the man. So look, this is hidden bullish divergence. This tells us that we will continue further to the upside on the weekly. And it may take a struggle. We should continue to pump. So I'm buying Bitcoin and hidden bullish with the coincidental pullback to the 618 golden pocket. If you go to actual impulse, it is a money printer on the daily. So I'm buying the money printer 786, or I'm buying the 618 pullback Fibonacci retracement off of the hidden bullish divergence. All right. And so many people reached out, man. I reached out too. Yeah, man. God bless you all. God bless you all. And there were so many awesome people that got me through the hard times, and people will. If you open up to the world, you will be surprised how much love is out there, everybody. And that's what I want you to understand the most. I opened my heart to the world, and the world was full of love in a way that I never, ever thought possible. So you tell me. And that's what I learned from this channel more than, you know, I thought I was going to learn about making money and the best coins. And we did a lot of that, and we're going to continue to do that. But what really this channel really served a purpose was it taught me how many people were waiting to love me if I just was willing to love myself and go outside of my comfort zone and go after something that I believed in. And if I could go after something I believed in, there was going to be people on the other side waiting for me to say, hey, Sam, we love you, man. We can't wait to be lifers with you. We're going to join you on your journey. We're going to support you. We are there for you. And, you know, shout out to all the people that are there for me. You know, some are there in a big way. Some are there in a small way. Whether you DM me once a year, whether you come to the stream once a week, whether you're there every day, whether you crypto Billy and you text me and call me and do live streams and spaces with me, or whether you just say hi, you are loved and you are thanked, and I thank you. Every piece of your energy I am so thankful for, and may God bless you. And thank you for being here with me. And if you don't believe in God, just may the world, you know, I have nothing, no, I don't even want, I'm never going to force my beliefs on you. I would love if you did, but I'm never going to force my beliefs on you. I just want you to be happy and full of love, light, and happiness. That's all that matters to me. And I'm pretty sure if you're a lifer and that's who you are, that's what you're doing. So anyway, we have hidden bullish divergence, which tells us that we could get this move to the upside. We'll look at the daily Stokes, and they're cool, but not too cool. But they still got legs to the upside, never crossed the dotted line, and we could still get a pretty massive pump out of where we're at. MACD just kind of crossed bullish. We could still get a continuation there. And we have some bullish divergence on the daily time frame too as well, which tells me that we are likely going to continue further to the upside if we can continue this move. Let's slap on the moving averages here and see the daily just got rejected by the 200 MA. That's the problem here. That's the issue. We got to get back above the 200 MA on the daily time frame. Some say, well, we're just in this. The sad thing is this could be a bear flag, and you got to be open-minded that we're coming all the way back down, basically to the bottom of this trend line, somewhere at about $71,000. So if we get above the 200 MA, we're going to flatten the shorts and continue to pump out of nowhere to the upside. It's going to be awesome and amazing. Or we could take a nasty dump further down to $71,000. And like, you know, here we are again with the what ifs for Bitcoin, but we're at a standstill here. And the small moving average is going to tell us what's going to happen. So we're going to flip to the 4 hour now, and we're going to see what's going on there. So with the 4 hour, we had the flag, and now you can see we're kind of in this bigger flag, I guess. I almost want to feel like it's broke in and out, like it's this, but it broke out one time. Or it broke out, broke back inside, and it's still in that flag now. That gives me the most like clarity, even though it's very anti what other people would do. But I've been backtesting these theories for a while. Like, they break these patterns, but as long as that trend line still holds multiple candles, you know, most people would say, no, you can't do this. You can't break the trend line. But then you really won't be able to see what's happening at all, right? So I still see a bit of a falling wedge that could break to the upside with oversold, you know. Let's take a look at the 1 hour and see what happens. So the 1 hour got back above the 200 MA, and right now the 1 hour is pumping. You know, they went after the short. So what they did is they pumped the price and they got everybody excited, me included. First they got us above the 200 MA and they made the flag, right? I went long right here. Why? Well, look, I've gone long in that situation many, many times in my life, including just the other day. This was almost identical. It was like a slanted flag. It didn't look amazing. However, this was Wednesday night, right? Wednesday is when we get liquidity. This is when I play it, right? And this is the difference between a model that I have on a Saturday and a model that I have on a Wednesday. Wednesday bangs. This is when I'm putting 100K in and I'm going all the way all in. These are when I'm, you know, only putting 6K in, 10K in, right? 20K. And, you know, so I'm only losing, you know, I did lose that trade. I lost like 375 on Maxi, but it looked exactly the same. And at one point I was up, but look, resistance, resistance, resistance. And I even said, I did the morning update, right? And I said, it could be an M. And I said that M could drop us down. That's exactly what happened. And then we bounced off the bottom of this trend line that you can see that we're forming here. And to me, it looks like we're going to, you know, so we bounced 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then, you know. So here we are. I just took you kind of from the weekly all the way to the 1 hour time frame. And so we're going to watch this 1 hour. And hold up, I'm going to reset. I'm going to get rid of the spaghetti for a second and really look at this. What is this doing? So we were ready for both things. I got hit off in the stop, but that's okay. You're not going to be right every time. I don't care who you are. Sammy Salami, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be right every single time. It's just not going to happen. Being right most of the time is the best you can hope for. And I'm right. Dang, it feels like I'm right all the time because I'm right most of the time. And I'm always live. So this is a bullish divvy here too. See how the 1 hour pushes up on the RSI? We have the lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. It does want to turn with a little hill there. It's not amazing. I'll tell you what, this doesn't look amazing, but we could still get a pump here for Bitcoin. I like the bullish divvy on the 1 hour. Let's see what, you know, but again, we got to get above this resistance. So we, you know, and this goes back to the 1 minute time frame and the fact that it got above the 200 MA, right? And a pump. Let's get to the BITUNIX. Yeah, so this trade ripped. It's up $55 now. High risk, high reward. I'd move the stop loss to break even immediately or slightly into profit. If they get me, they get me on a Sunday night, right? It's like playing on Sunday night. But look, that was a beautiful ascending triangle there too that eventually broke out. It has a bigger measured move. Let's see if we can hit it. So now I'm covered. I'm in this trade, but I'm covered. And I'm up 60. I'm up $71. I mean, how great is this? I put $900 in my margin. I use 33x leverage, which makes it a $29,000, $250 trade. All right. I'm up $83, which is about 9 or 10%, 8.66%, right? $73. And I can't lose any money. The most, $8, right? And fine, the fee might be, I might lose $3. I could cover fees now and put this up a little more, right? All right, $10.50, right? 50 cents. All right, now 17. All right, now I can't lose. I cover fees and $6. All right, I'm at 11. And this thing might continue to move, and it looks pretty good to me. So I get in when we cross the 200 MA on the 1 minute, and I let it fly. And what you look for now is the 5 minute 200 MA to cross. Now, the further we get for the 21, the more likely we have to revisit it. So you'd like us to go sideways now, collect the 21, and pump again. If we could, the more vicious we get further away, the more vicious we come back. But then you look for the 15 minute to cross. And then while you're doing that, you're looking for patterns. You know, some type of shoulder, head, right shoulder. Horrible right there, but shoulder, head, and a possible right shoulder to the upside. And now I know, like, we're not really fully even this is how we could start to become bullish. We're not even fully bullish till the 15 minute cross. Once the 15 minute crosses, then I'm start thinking about the 1 hour 200 MA, and that's how we get back into good graces. You know, here the 1 hour could carry us. We could get above there, and that can actually clear us for everything, or a little closer to that. And that doesn't always happen. Usually it's in succession, but there are times where you can get above this one first. We get above this one, we're gone, baby, gone. Like, that's even better. And that takes us to the daily time frame, right? And so today, it's just crucial into Monday morning that we close it. So we already know what we want to see tomorrow night at 8 p.m., right? Eastern Standard Time is we'd like to see a candle close above the 200 MA. All right, this yellow line right here. It would be awesome. It would be crucial if we could get that. If not, I get it, but it would be awesome. There's the 200 MA on the daily time frame right there. I'd like to see this candle close above it. It would be a pretty high, we'd have to get a nice pump from 82.7 all the way to about 85,000. But hey, Bitcoin's done way less crazier stuff. So that's the first thing on the radar is Bitcoin. So you saw the live trade that I made. You see that it's up right now. You saw how I covered. And you saw I'm not too greedy. I'm seeing where it can go. And we'll take it from there. Hey, I might get stopped out for 17 and it might rip. I won't care if I wake up in the morning. It's just one of thousands of trades I made. Once you've made tons and tons of trades, you won't beat yourself up so much about every little move. Like a beginner does because they haven't made that many trades. Eventually, all those actions will wear you down over time and you'll just say a trade's a trade. So I'd like to see this do some type of bounce consolidation. So it could start to dump, very much so. Or it could go nicely sideways. If it goes sideways, then you start to perk up. And it tells you something. If it dumps, then it dumps. And you can assume it's going to dump. But be pleasantly surprised if it goes sideways. And that's kind of the beauty of how I look at it for Bitcoin. That measured move would take you to $83,500 for BTC. So I like, that makes some sense. So let's cover what's happened already. We've gone back for Bitcoin from your weekly close all the way down to the 1 minute at one point. All right. And we're on the 1 minute right now showing you some price action. We showed a live trade that I made, explained why. It actually pumped up a little more. I showed you how to cover and not to lose bad. If it does go bad, I told you how to cover it so you don't lose. And yeah. And now here we are kind of moving forward. Now we're going to get into Forex Factory here and show you what's happening for the week ahead. All right, we got a crazy week ahead. We had the Ides of March yesterday, the March 15th. And here we are with Monday, March 17th, St. Patty's Day. And we start off the day with core retail sales month over month and retail sales month over month. So we start off at 8:30 tomorrow morning with a red folder. Like right off the bat, like if you're in a heavy trade, be careful. If you're thinking of trading hard, be careful. And the data is forecasted at 0.6. The previous was -9, right? And it was forecast. So it's forecast that the sales are going to be up huge. And it's going to show that the economy is doing well, right? So that we're looking for bullish data here for the economy and for these levels to be higher than forecast. All right. But even forecast would be amazing compared to previous in the negatives. Then we look at 8:30 building permits, nothing too crazy, but we have, core CPI for Canada. If you're, trading Forex there, it might give you a little bit of a movement. Then we have the federal funds rate at 2 p.m. again. So the Fed will come in and that's when we're going to have our Fed meeting. So we have a Fed meeting this week again. And let's just say on Thursday, anything crazy. Yeah. And then we have unemployment claims. So wow, we have a crazy week ahead. We have core retail sales and retail sales month over month on Monday morning at 8:30 tomorrow, right? To start off the bat. St. Patrick's Day too, right? Throwing off, just throwing something in there. And then Wednesday, we have the Fed meeting, right? So let's break this down. Let's talk about this. So there's a 99% chance that they do nothing. They do not cut rates. They do nothing. And again, then we have a whole month off until May 7th, which usually lets the market breathe a little bit and give it some love. The last time we got that breathability, we got a little more love. So let's see if maybe we might be able to get that. It does start suggesting that we could be getting rate cuts. You see, as these numbers start to change and the probability definitely bends in our favor, but we'll take this one step, one day, one candle at a time. Right now, 99% that the Fed rate stays exactly the same here as we come into Wednesday morning, and then we have the Fed rate. So that's another thing. I'll be streaming twice then, again, for the Fed day at 2 p.m. It's just something that we do here on the channel. We do a stream during Fed. When Jerome Powell, we watch the 1 minute, heck, sometimes the 1 second, and sometimes I'm even trading it. I probably will trade it maybe this time, like once he starts talking, we know the rate, and I stay in, it's fun to kind of see what he says bouncing off the probability, right? So Bitcoin looking somewhat bullish with the break above the 200 MA here on the 1 minute time frame. The last time it did it, it got a major move and flattened all the shorts in a massive way. Could it do it again? I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin at least goes back up to that liquidity zone here. When I bring everything in, show me that place. Yeah, right there. See, it could bounce all the way up to about, what, 84,000, even up to about 84,400 before we start to think of like when we would have some resistance for BTC. A nice gap in the VRVP there for BTC. Again, like I showed you, you're waiting for consolidation here. And look, you're getting it. I mean, you're getting the pump right off the bottom like I suggested. That's why I draw this stuff. What if it just continues to moon? You never know. So, bullish sign for Bitcoin. I'm pointing it out. You tell me, you take it as you want it. Also, I had to buy BTC. I mean, we may never get fear 30 for the next 5 to 6 to 7, 8 months. Let's take a look at the historical values. When's the last time we got this low? Right? So February of 2025, we got down to the 10s there, right? So let's see in the last year, last 3 months. Yeah, so February was 110. That's when I bought even, I started buying more and more BTC too. That's when we loaded up. We loaded up at all these fear endpoints, 15, 20, right? And you can see, I mean, it's been months. The last year, I want to see, yeah, so we haven't been at a 10. We hadn't hit 10 in years. March 17th of 2024, we still haven't hit it. Last time we got this low was about June of 2022. Are you kidding me? So like, I mean, that tells you that we could be in a super cycle for Bitcoin. The old cycle is probably kind of over because you don't get these, you have to go by the fear. That's what I've learned. They used to go with the cycles. They would match the cycles, but now the fear right now really doesn't match the cycle. We never got fear like this in a bull run. We got fear in the bear market. You bought and you held and you sold into the greed. Here we got some fear sold into the greed, but we got major fear again very fast. See, a lot of times it took a lot longer for us to get this low. This is interesting. I mean, that one was pretty nasty, right? So, we're either in for a multi-month bear market, which is possible every time we've been in here. And yeah, it looks like we don't leave it pretty fast. We do revisit 10 after the first hit. It looks like every time. And it looks like it takes, May of 2024, we revisit it in June and July, and then we're gone. Blessing Sammy from Minnesota. Thank you. God bless you, Margaret Ness. You're awesome. Yeah. I got to grab a drink, everybody. Hold on 1 second. I just got to grab a drink. I asked my lovely wife for a drink so I didn't have to leave the studio, everybody. She's going to get me. I am parched. I can barely talk right now. Anyway, so Bitcoin. Looking kind of fun tonight. Looking like my long here, my crusty shorts. Wow, now I'm up 100 bones. I didn't expect to be showing off tonight. I thought I was just going to lose in front of you guys like I do every day. So look, up 12%, $108 for BTC. Bang, bang, bang. It really is different this cycle though. Yeah, I mean, I believe it is too. But I mean, what I believe doesn't matter. But I like the bullish divvy. We're getting signs of a reversal here. And it's looking really nice. You are so sweet and lovely. And a 1-y. And a 2-y. And a 3. She's the greatest wife on earth over here. I tell you what, huh? Look, I got to do my new trick for you guys. You take the one can to open up the other can. Right? Hey. Hey. You didn't learn it from me, okay? You did not learn that from me. Don't tell your friends. Wow, that's good. Lemon lime. Tastes like the old Sprites. These have nothing but carbonated water and juice in them. No natural flavors, none of that. I don't play that natural flavor game. I see it and it's everything. I don't play that game. Can you make videos like Jim Rohn? I think it's the next step for you. I'm on my way, my friend. I'm on my way. So, no worries, man. Don't worry about people. I don't worry about people no more. People are ill-advised and misinformed, my friend. If they weren't, then they would all be rich. You know what I'm saying? But they seem to be confused. All right? Someone said, take the 100 and re-enter if you need to over there, kid. It's too late for you. No, actually, the 5 minutes doing great. It's maybe Sammy Pump Down all night tonight. Master Friend told me I can go all night. He said, Sammy, it's your night. Oh, someone says they love aspartame. You're a Diet Coke person, huh? Gross. I heard that stuff makes you bleed out your, I won't say, your ears. So anyway, Bitcoin looking interesting. If we lose the 200 man in the 1 minute, we'll go back to the doldrums. It's something that we have to keep. So let's see what happens. You know, I'm open-minded. I'm not, going up and down. We're bullish for sure. But so far, so good. It could be worse. All right? It could be worse. Sam, hope you're good, brother. Have you had a good Sunday? Praise Jesus. God bless you, man. Yeah. Your wife. Shout out to Master Friend, man. We love you, man. So Johnny's playing on Thursday, more than likely during the screen share. It looks like, no, 6 p.m. I actually got the game here. I think they play. I got the game right here. I got it, everybody. I got it. And there's my light that has been off for 2 days now. Wow, 9:45 on Thursday. Oh my gosh. Yes, we play 9:45 p.m. That's all right. I'll just do the screen share early, and then we'll end it and watch the Johnnies, baby. These are once in a lifetime. You never know. I mean, it's been 25 years since St. John's been in this position, so I'm excited. Shout out to Master Friend of the house. God bless you, man. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you for being here and sharing your most precious asset, which is your time. 1.1 Bitcoin is amazing. It's more than most of the world will ever have, my friend. Shout out to St. John's basketball, baby. We're here representing. I am still suited up with the suit jacket on, ready to rock. All right, I didn't go sideways here on you. I just want to make sure I'm rocking my red St. John's colors for St. John's one episode. You know, just one episode. Rick Pitino, baby. I mean, he's a legend. I would love to be associated with a legend. I believe I'm a legend. I'm a St. John's grad, baby. Let's go. Let's go. St. John's makes warriors every single time. Go to St. John's if you're a young buck and you want to go to a great school. St. John's will mold you into an amazing person. You'll live in New York City. The city alone is an experience and an education. Just living in New York City for 4 years will change your life forever. The amount of people you'll see, the experiences you'll have, you'll never be the same. And, so tomorrow's pajama day. Shout out to Master Friend. I love you, man. You're so funny. So, wow, look at this. A bearish div on the indicator, but it says, no, I'm going to keep flying to the upside here for Bitcoin. So, again, did I call? I mean, I called these longs. I didn't know it was going to pump in front of you guys. I thought it was going to lose in front of you. I didn't know I was going to be able to move my stop so quickly to break. I mean, you buy right in front of everyone, move your stop to break even and take 14% down. We're really far away from the 21-day moving average. Do I hang out or do I take it down? It depends on how the flags look on the smaller time frame. The 21 looks okay. It could carry us for a while here. It's all about that 21. You lose the 21, then you come to the 200, and then it's a wrap again. Wow, up 131 though? I could lock in 100 bones. So what's that right there? That's $90. So I'll lock in $90, right? It is the 21. They'll probably tap the 21 and still be bullish. Really keep the stop below the 200 MA and see how far you can get. I'm just going to go back right there to where I'm at. And I won't be greedy. I'll be happy with $30 and go from there. You know, if I'm not greedy, I may get more. If I have to take it immediately, then I may get less. We'll see. All right. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Maestro. Shout out to George. Shout out to Margaret. Shout out to Master Friend. Shout out to Jay Charles. Shout out to Musa H. Wow, we got some cool, amazing people here on the live. We have 1,345 people here, 373 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house, Michael29 in the house, Byron Miller, Jojo, Elam Weiss, Scottish Crypto, Rod Doggin, Vegas Claw, Kelby Haslam, the official Gem Class podcast in the house. We love you. OG, always at the streams. Ethan S. Dubas. Wow, we got the OG people. Archangelo, I love it. I love it. I love it. Kyle Vero. Kyle, I hope everything's going well with the baby. We love you, Kyle. Coin operated. See, I remember what's going on in your lives, man. I love y'all. My lifers are my peoples, man. Shout out to Tom Wall. Shout out to Tint by Design. Shout out to 958 Crypto Content. This is the best live stream in the game every single time. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm drinking some spinnies. Some what they're called Spindrift. They're sparkling water. Oh, they are addicting though. They probably put something in there to get you addicted to them. I don't know. Shout out to Colorado in the house. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Crypto Mafia. Amen. Shout out to my peoples, man. Shout out to the lifers, bro. The crypto lifers, the people that take over every single time. Let's take a look. Now, I wouldn't be going crazy with alts. They looked interesting. This redstone was on my radar just because it's been on a bigger uptrend than most other coins. So in the last hour, BERA chain back to 669, which is pretty cool. ENA, Pancake Swamp, man. Nothing to write home about. Sweet at 227, Jitto, Hyperliquid. Wow. Demolished game so far. Really nothing. You know, Caspat a little pump back to 7.4 at least. Wow, Soul 127. Just a slow bleed out here for these altcoins. Let's take a look at the total market cap in all of these cryptos. So total 3 pumping right now too. Look at that, a beautiful pump. Off the 200 MA right there. Look at that. That could just spell a beautiful move here for these alts. It's like they freaked everyone out this weekend and they start the pump into tomorrow. I mean, look at that beautiful gap. Says the altcoins could get to 893. That would be a nice little move. Let's concentrate on this little world for the next day or two and see if we can get this up until tomorrow night and maybe even, you know, a little later. But that'd be awesome. Hold shift and see how long this would take. 3 days. I'd take 3 days. So that's a little pocket of time I'd like to see. In the next 3 days, we got to be making some moves. If not, we're going to be in that same sideways nonsense. All right. Let's take a look at BERA for a second. BERA, yeah, I looked at BERA a week ago, but it didn't really do what we wanted it to do. Went after the stops, did a flex, right? Oh, but I had this little flag. Oh, yeah, so okay, here we go. So every coin was in the, yeah, there you go. So, wow, it hit the target right now. It's about to hit the target, BERA. Now, every coin that I found, there was like 30 coins that look like this. I think I put about 12 of them. And it all depended on what Bitcoin did, for sure, right? But BERA chain was in the same flag on the 1 hour time frame. And you can see, look, 676 is the target. About to hit it. And look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Look, cup and handle. That's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. You get these explosive moves out the right handles. They're insane. This is what I want you to recognize. This is what I want you to see. This is why my nickname isn't a joke, as funny as it is. Well, why are you laughing at me? I'm funny like what? I entertain you, huh? Funny like how, huh? Is it my shoes? Is it the way I eat? It's the way I chew my food, isn't it? Huh? Is that what it is? It's the way I eat pancakes, huh? Why? Because I make sure the bottom pancake has enough syrup as the top pancake. Is there something wrong with that? So anyway, BERA chain. Wow, what a move. That's nice. And that target hit 676. Everyone, if you want to join my trading group, I do go over all this awesome stuff. Why I like this. Look, this is what Bitcoin should have did, but it didn't. But this is, low stochastic flag on the 200 MA with the 21 coming. With this, and we had the golden cross. Boom. 90% of the time you get that move. I don't know how Bitcoin did not follow that move. Bitcoin slumped around. What do you think about Edge Network? I don't know. What do you? Crypto Lifer in the building and the competition just left. Shout out to Jay Charles in the game. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Rave Song Records in the house. My man, Dave A. Davey A in the house over here. Hey, what you say? Hey, shout out to Starlight. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Hanging out with the Lifer every single Sunday night. 1,337 beautiful souls here on the live. 442 likes. You people are absolutely amazing. May God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. My lady's 34 weeks pregnant now. Sam, not long. I can't wait. Kyle, I love you, man. May God bless you. May everything be awesome and it's going to come out. Everything's going to be great, man. God bless you, brother. Okay, Maki Wahlberg impersonation, please. Babe, I did it. It doesn't matter. I played a cop. I played a fireman. I can do it all. It doesn't matter, babe. I can get it done. Yeah, I hang out with Will Ferrell, Joanna Lucas. I told Tom not to go with the curly hair kid and get into that FTX stuff. I did Gala with The Rock. It doesn't matter, babe. I can do it. I'm Turk Tigler, and I approve this message. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to Tinkerbell. God bless you, Mr. T-Dog. If you're only one I trust and listen to, thank you. Hey, you too, man. God, no, but I don't know you that well. But it's, hey, if you tell me that, then I believe you. God bless you and yours. God bless you and yours, my friend. Kyle, we love you, man. So, wow, what a move for BERA chain. Again, that 21-day moving average crossing the 200 with the flag. Where do you think it's going to go? Just the length of the pole. I don't go. When I have exaggerated wicks, I don't take them. I just take the length. But if it was a regular wick, I'd take it. It tells me what hit. And that's exactly kind of what we did. Crazy how we do. And there's a gap in the VRVP. And BERA chain gets that pump. And I mean, now that's kind of like a little unsustainable away from the 21-day moving average, right? So I would be on the 1 hour and I'd be like, okay, maybe it continues to go. Some of these are just that you might go crazy. If that's the, so this is what happens. If you think it's going to continue to go and you just got that vibe, then you flag out the 1 minute, and see if it just makes that like blow off top. At that point, though, you have to know that's super high risk. And if this dumps, it dumps. Most likely, this should begin to dump. Right? I mean, when you think about it. Sorry. But this should dump down. And then the 1 hour should go back to the 21-day moving average, which is probably oh so far away. And it is. It's down there somewhere. But you never know. So you got to watch the 1 minute flag in case it goes crazy. But the odds are it doesn't, but it may. Went pretty crazy earlier today. Maybe, something's brewing here. And that target takes it to $7.0008. Sammy, I started listening to Jim Rohn like you suggest. It's helping my mentality, and I started to lose fear. Taking more trades. Just want to say thank you. You're a great man. God bless you, young grasshopper. It's going to change your life forever, my friend. I love you. I love you. Go Gators. Florida won the SEC championship game. Now they're coming for you. St. John's, Lifer. God bless you, Gators. I'm coming for you guys. We're going to eat you alive. Rick Pitino, may the best team win, but hey, you're going to talk ish. I'm going to talk ish. We're going to eat you alive. Don't run your mouth, man. We are tournament ready. We just beat UConn. Creighton, Marquette, some of the greats. We ran through them like a freight train, baby. And we are battle tested and ready to go. We just won our Big East tournament. And, hey, man, we're favored to go pretty far into the tournament, but you never know. You never know. One step, one day at a time. It's been a long time. So Shout out to Amir Soha. We love you, man. Thank you for being here from Saudi Arabia. Do you believe in the 4-year cycle? Is it broken? I believe in the 4-year cycle. I do. This one looks like it's a little more elongated than others, though. Look at BERA chain getting some legs here. Looks like it really may break out all the way to $7 Billio. Wow, and Bitcoin continuing to pump. Doing great. You know, showing signs of life. It looks like BERA chain in the rising wedge in the 1-minute time frame, though. So not a lot of love, not a lot of crypto. You know, I told you to pay attention to Redstone. We gave you some new coins to look at even last week. Remember, Mesh was something to write down, if you remember correctly. LV Chain is a new one, too, that just came out. The market cap's very small, though, so I'd be careful there. Grindery, very small market cap. But another one, GX Grindery. Good name, works. Marketable. People want to say it. You know, that alone could get it somewhere, you know, just, hey, that alone, it's got to have a use case or some movement. I mean, it doesn't even have to these days, but I'd like it to have a use case, right? Again, we'll see. Optimism, Layer AI. I tell you, we put out Soul Layer. Layer AI, Layer AI, let me just take a look at LAI. Wow, see, it's bull flagging as far as I'm concerned, and it's kind of got that like Adam and Eve vibe in there. You see it? Let me show you. Like that's your Adam there. I mean that, yeah, and there's, you know, it's got the vibes. I'm not trying to tell you, but it's in there. And if it can stay above the 200 MA here on that 1 hour time frame, this thing could continue to pump. So I'd watch this closely because for whatever reason, it's getting that tap. And there could be 135% gain. Look, it just did that just recently. Wow, it just did a 5x out of a 2x out of nowhere off the bottom. So, hey, I hold a big amount of this coin. We'll see what happens. You know, load up a little more maybe before the bigger move. So, Layer AI is something to pay attention to on the 1 hour time frame. I would watch Layer AI, and I would watch it very closely like a hawk. As it stays above the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame. You see? Very, very important things to remember here is how the 200 MA interacts with price action on numerous different time frames and how to read it through those time frames. It takes time, subconscious mind energy, and it doesn't happen overnight, but once you get it, you got it. And nobody can take it away. It's something I can teach to you and you'll have forever. But you got to stay disciplined. You got to stay focused. And it's there. It's definitely there. And anyone can, I believe anyone can get it. You just got to work at it. And you desire, anyone that desires it more than the average person can get it. You have that desire, though. Most people don't have that desire. See, it's not that most people can't do it. It's that most people would never push themselves hard enough to be able to do it. That's the key. All right. We got Litecoin. People liking Litecoin, fiending for their Litecoin right now. Did you see my Litecoin pump? They said, did you see it? Because it pumps so hard. Litecoin from 89 all the way back to $92. And if Litecoin cracks this 200 MA low, this could be the first higher low in a set for Litecoin just to get out of here. And really all you need is Litecoin to get above 93, 91 here. Crack that daily, or this 1 hour, sorry, excuse me. Crack this 1 hour 200 MA, go through the gap, boom. And, you know, make some sure footing there around 97. I mean, then it's pretty much, it could start going really pretty awesome. And Litecoin could pump pretty hard. So, yeah. And it could defy what would have been and could have been a bear flag here for Litecoin and the whole market, really, to take us a lot lower, right? But we get back above that 200 MA and the whole kind of story changes here. Well, let's see. The 1 hour is important for Litecoin. You're just getting above that 200 MA. And that's a big signal there for Litecoin. It really is. Keep going to this chart. I'm going to delete that and delete that for now because we just don't need them at the present moment in time. And back to the old BTC. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP for you and show you what's happening here on BOOKMAP. Is there enough liquidity to get us further to the upside? You know, we got shorts that want to get squeezed up to 88,000, but we never budged with these low. But I've seen that. Remember that happened around 38, 34,000. We had it there, and we never revisited it. We would rip up to 40 to 59K, and we would never revisit those key areas to the downside. So I've seen this before, and we didn't go lower. So, I'm optimistic that we could be loading up, and usually we go to the closest red, and the closest red is where? I'd have to say the closest red is at about $89,000, $88,000. So this is suggesting that we could short squeeze these suckers up to 88,000, and that would be an awesome win, a big fat chunk of a win for me. And we get a nice big pump to the upside here to $88,000, and then my buy for BTC would be up nicely too, pretty quick, and everyone make right? The magician over here who buys the bottom every time, like he buys the bottom. But that's what we're looking for BTC. We're looking for this move up to squeeze these shorts at 88,000. This is BOOKMAP. Link the BOOKMAP in the description below. It shows you where people are hanging out on the order books, OKX, Binance Futures, and Bybit. And it shows you where they'll get liquidated if we hit some key levels. So it says, hey, do you want to short against massive liquidations above you? Usually they'll liquidate the shorts. So I'm just cleaning this up here. At the end of the day, you could look at it like some type of broadening falling wedge, I guess. I mean, it's pretty ugly. But can it break back to the upside, right? And what I like seeing is just this bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame and the indicator hooking it up. I saw it beforehand. Now the indicator's locking it in. We'll see what happens, right? The 1 hour, the 1 minute must stay above the 200 MA as well, right? If that comes crashing down, then, it's a wrap. Holding $100 here now on the trade. And now it looks like it could go all the way back down to the 200 MA. Had it stayed above there and started to go sideways, it would be better in the mix there. Yeah, rejection by the 3 minute, right? So you could say, did you catch the bottom though that could continue to pump? On a Sunday night, I think it's better to just take your profits. So I just move up. I'll take my $83 and we'll go from there. Hey, it's a great way. I consider that my first trade of the day for tomorrow because I shouldn't even be trading right now. I do that 10 times, $800. We'll take the take and the tilly to the nil. Yeah. So there you have it. There's a little scalp for you there, how to get paid without stressing yourself. And, take your money. I take my money on a Sunday night. I think it's the smart thing to do. You do whatever makes you happy. I can't force anyone to do anything. And I will never tell you what to do with your money. Hey, Sam, did your family and wife support you when you started your trading career? God bless. Not always at the sometime, but at one point, yes. My wife wanted to make sure I went after all my dreams, so I couldn't blame her for not doing it. Like she said, hey, I want to be behind you. And she was there in some of I had dark moments, everyone. They were so dark, you wouldn't believe it. Like if I told you, you wouldn't believe them. You wouldn't believe how dark they were. I just got off work. Has anything been mentioned about that $40 million short on Bitcoin or whatever it was? I don't really care about it, but if they got a big short, so be it. Maybe they win. They said they're taking profits at 58,069, like we're going down bad. But it could also just induce people to short, and then they pull it away. It could be a myth and a legend. I mean, people see it, they see it on chain, though, so it's got to be real, right? So my wife does not want to understand it. Don't worry, you got to show the wives the money, man. They got to see the money. You got to show them that you're actually making money. And that's how you can change their minds. You just got to get disciplined, demo trade. It's the hardest thing in the world. You got to bust your butt. You got to push yourselves. You got to make it happen. It's not easy. And no one said it would be, and no one says it could be. Every single day, you're going to have to work at it and make it happen every single day. All right, my friends. You'll learn a little something every time you're in the market. And over time, it eventually just all comes together. All right. No pants coin. I got pants on. I got black pants on. So don't even tell me about pants, okay? I got pants on. Proof of pants, baby. Proof of pants. Yeah. I don't know who does that live streaming. Right. I'm a woman and into this. I love it. See, there's a lot of women that are doing it. I think more and more too. And we bring a lot of women into the crypto space here at cryptolifer.com. I have a twin sister. All right. Sammy the Legend on a Monday morning from Thailand. Shout out to Marcel John. Thank you. Yeah. That's another thing about going live every single day, 24/7. You catch everyone during all their routines. Like, I'm the Monday morning for people in Thailand on Sunday night, but I'm also the Monday morning for people. So I'm the Monday morning for two people on 2 different days. It's unbelievable. When you stay consistent, what can happen? It's really crazy, right? So what do I see happening for Bitcoin tonight? Honestly, it looks bearish to me unless we can get back above 89, 85K. Like, and I wouldn't be surprised if we just roll over here, stay below the 200 MA, and we don't. You know, it's a bear flag. It is more likely we go down somewhere to 74,000 than we pump. I'll tell you that. But if we get above it, we go sideways, then that changes. We break out and we retest 85K, then we have a chance. But really, the retest of 85K is really what the last risky person should be looking along. And basically we should be believing that this is some type of M pattern and they're going to dump this puppy down to the downside. So I'm not telling you where we're going to be tomorrow morning for sure. I'm telling you, just be careful. And we're more bearish than bullish unless we can break above 85 and retest it. And that's just a fact. I think anyone with good TA will tell you that. We are more bearish than bullish unless we can break above 85K and retest it to the upside. And that's it. For me, it's pretty cut and dry, right? It's not a what if, or that's the facts. And whether we live with those facts and deal with them, or we try to fantasize about them because we don't want to see the facts, it's up to us. And so we got to be real with ourselves and see what we see and not lie. And it doesn't look amazing. And Bitcoin's getting rejected now by the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame. We got to get above that and hold above it. Every time we see some bullishness, it seems like it just doesn't seem to want to hold. So someone said buy Bitcoin on the daily and it'll thank you later. That's what I'm saying too. Like, just zoom out, look at the daily, see that the daily has a higher low. I just want to see it close above the 200 MA. You know, I see the 4 hours still hugging. Look, low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Let's go. You know, as long as you stay above 79,750, we are bullish. But we could struggle too somewhere in the middle, right? Yeah. Big Whale Short says we're dumping. Sammy, what's your advice for the person that is in his dark moment? You know, the darkest moments are the greatest moments in my life. I look back and I'm so happy I had them. I can connect with people that were in a dark place before because I know how dark it was. And, you know, not everyone got to live such dark moments. They're actually blessings because not everyone got them. The darker your moment, the more of a blessing it is because they're going to fine-tune you to become an amazing person. You're going to be able to see what happened in your darkest moments. And years from now, I will look back on my darkest moments every day now. And I don't think about them in a painful way. They're just such a part of me because they made me who I am today. And so all my strengths, every time I push for more, every time I double down, every time I find a way through some of the toughest times in trading and in life, it's because of the hardest times I ever had. Like, again, I bring it up, my mom passing away in front of me, but that was hard. Let's get real. That's one of the hardest things you'll ever deal with. Your parents passing, and never mind them dying in front of you, and then their last words in front of you, like their last words alive as they speak to your face. And that's it. Wow. It's heavy duty stuff, right? That happens to us here as on human beings on this earth. And we go through it, man. We go through the ups and downs. And I got 2 sisters. I got to be there for them. I got to be strong for my sisters. I got to show them that I can be strong no matter what. And that was big for them, you know. That helped them. That inspired them. My sisters watch my channel. They tune in. They say hi. And we all make it though. It's not what happens to you. It's what you do about it. Amen. I love Rave Song Records, man. And man, there's people that, you know, my buddy the other day, he's like, I haven't gone through the loss of my parents, you know. But you have. That's going to be tough for me. And I was like, yeah. And he acted like I had been through more than him. And then like a couple days later, he's like, I lost my brother though. And I'm like, man, Like, come on, man. Like, loss, like losing your brother, man. Like, that would tear my heart out. Like, I would never be the same. Like, what would have come of my brother? Like, how could I have helped him? Like, what could I have been there for him? That so many things, So we're looking for this broadening wedge to break out for Bitcoin, or it kind of looks somewhat like a descending triangle there. So like, I got mixed signals. It doesn't look amazing. I personally wouldn't even make a monster long unless you break above 85K and retest, get that daily, or 85,000. 170, 180, and get that retest in the 1 hour time frame. It's always light to be found in the darkness. Yeah, so to that guy, he says, what do you do in your darkest moments? I mean, I'd be so blessed that you're having them right now. I'd be great. I said, dear Lord, thank you for this dark moment. And you say, that's so strange. How? When you start being grateful for things that have been done to you, that's when you've reached a higher level of enlightenment. Like, people double crossed me, went through some pain, and I finally remember saying, dear Lord, thank you for making me, because I learned so much about myself and how to get over pain and how to get over things and how to push myself and how to just keep going no matter how hard things were. And that was tough. And so I thank God for that moment. I said, God, thank you for putting me through that. If you didn't give me those pain, and again, when it started, I was very angry. I had a lot of pain, and I had thoughts of revenge and all that stuff. And I said, man, I can't think like that. I got to keep my frequency high. I can't let the low people lower my frequency. It's not easy, man, when you get wrongfully attacked too and you give your all. It's horrible. But again, that's the warrior of the light. You got to keep trekking no matter what. And you can't let the low frequency bring you down to their level. I know you want to go there. I know you want to get but we have people to help. We got mouths to feed, right? We got mountains to climb. And our energy can't be going after revenge and hurting others that hurt us, because it's just not going to get us anywhere. So we got to keep pushing ourselves to a higher frequency in life every single day if we can. That takes strength. You're not the weak guy. You're not the nerd. You're the strong man. You're the gladiator. That is the warrior of the light. That is the person that really, really shows strength to the world. That's the person that raises good daughters and good sons, honorable people that look up to them, that want to actually change the world for the better. So when you live by standards, when you stand up for something, you change the world, because you raise kids that stand up for something. You raise people, they're going to become the new people of this generation, and they're going to stand for something because you stood for something. Amen. The darkest moments call for a gratitude list right now, and then a new list every day. Yeah, you're in your darkest moments. You got to find something you can be grateful for. If you're in a cardboard box outside of an alleyway, you got to say, hey, at least I'm not out like that guy without a cardboard box. If you got a can of soup that day and someone else say, at least I got a can of soup. It's crazy, right? But you got to begin with whatever you had and begin from there. And somehow, some way, you will get more to be grateful for. And you can use that to push yourself into abundance some way, somehow. Again, hard work will be needed. You can't just sit there and say things. You got to actually align your frequency to your behavior, and your behavior has to be aligned to your thought process. If you're not doing anything, then you won't be aligned. Your subconscious mind will shut down. It won't believe in your thoughts. But if you work, if you move, then your mind will start to actually go through neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity, right? What is neuroplasticity? As I preach today. But neuroplasticity, and I know what it is, but I'd like you to figure it out too, and like to show you. Grok's a great resource, right? But it's when your thoughts actually start changing the way your brain is wired. All right. Is it all one word? What is neuroplasticity, right? Is the brain's ability to reorganize and adapt by forming new neural connections throughout life. It allows neurons to compensate for injury or disease and adjust their activities in response to new situations, change their environment. This remarkable feature means the brain could rewire itself to some extent, strengthening or weakening connections between neurons, creating new pathways, even shifting functions from damaged areas to healthy ones. It's the foundation for learning and memory. For example, when you pick up a new skill like playing the guitar, repeated practice strengthens the neural circuits involved. It also plays a role in recovery after brain injuries like strokes. When unmanaged parts of the brain can sometimes take over lost functions. Neuroplasticity peaks in early childhood but continues in adulthood. Though it may slow with age, things like stress, exercise, and even meditation can influence how flexible your brain remains. Pretty cool, right? So through neuroplasticity, we can change our lives. We do not have to sit in the same thought process that we've been given. And we can find a way to win. And we believe that we can reprogram ourselves, that we don't have to sit in the reality that we were given. And at any moment in time, we can begin to change our thought process. We can change our lives. And that's what I want you to understand. I want you to understand how powerful your mind is. It's more powerful than anything you ever thought in your life. No one ever taught you this, so you didn't think it was that powerful. They said, oh, you can be anything, you know, all this stuff. But it's cliche. They didn't teach you how to use your subconscious mind to create reality. You got to vibrate high. And your actions are so important. How you vibe, your actions are important. How you speak, who you talk to. All right, the honor in which you instill upon others. Do you put down evil? Do you represent good? Or do you let evil pass by easily? You know? Or do you stand for something? Who are you? You answer those questions and you're going to become a better trader, because you're going to have gratitude for each and every time you take a win. And you're going to know why you took that win, and it's going to mean something to you. It's going to mean more than money. It's going to be your way out. It's going to be your discipline. It's going to be your solution. It's going to be what you worked for. It's going to be everything. Once you're fully aligned like I am to trading, it becomes a part of your subconscious mind more than you would ever thought. You become something different than you knew you would ever become. And your mind changes forever. You don't look at people, situations, things, risk, nothing will ever be the same to you once you really fully go into the trading cycle and get the neuroplasticity in which trading is going to develop inside of your mind. Amen. And I'm showing you that anything can happen. Yeah. Exactly. So as I put forward every day, and remember, the strong people don't need anybody. Like, you know what I mean? We love having people in our lives, but we don't need anyone. We can do this alone, right? We could push forward every single day. We can live life without having a fan base telling us how much they love us. Again, I love you guys. I don't want to. What I mean is, you do have to go it alone at one point. Now, eventually, you will have people that love you. They gravitate to you, but you do go it alone at the beginning. Really. If you can find a mentor, someone that believes in you, that's awesome. You're lucky. You found something that not everyone gets to have. You're blessed. But a lot of people had to go it alone for whatever reason. I don't know why. Or, it doesn't work out perfectly. So always look forward to the future. Always believe in yourself, and always believe that you create the next reality, and it's going to be amazing. No matter what happens, it's going to be amazing. You're in control. Hearing discussions like this important. We are so blessed to be in this group. God bless the Rave Song Records in the house. The blood of a slave, the heart of a king. Amen. I love that. I love that. So as I end the stream tonight, Bitcoin stays inside this flag on the 10-minute, 5-minute time frame. You just want to see that you stay above the 20. You stay in between the 21 and the 200. You get tight here. You make some type of flag on the 5-minute, and you break above that 5-minute 200 MA. You turn this inverted head and shoulder into something worthwhile here. We break out back somewhere up to about 84,005, and we reconvene from there. That will take us a few hours, right? The Aries way, amen. Right, and again, I prayed to God for strength. He gave me more problems to make me stronger. My favorite saying in the world. I prayed to God for strength. He gave me more problems to make me stronger. I wouldn't go too hard on altcoins. We still want to find Bitcoin find its way here, but once we get that higher low confirmed, we get the push. Altcoins will follow quickly. We're already starting to see a bit of a move here. I did put out a bunch of flags. I definitely rework them, double check them, but a lot of them are still valid, so pay attention. I'm going to jump out of here for the night, everybody. I love you. I appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow morning for an amazing, beautiful, awesome live stream. Believe in yourselves. You are more amazing than me. Trust me. I'm just the tip of the iceberg. You guys are awesome. Everyone in here can do anything. You guys are miracles. Your mom and dad met and there was no one else like them. And they created you. And you are so unique and so special and so beautiful. You are a miracle of life. Men or women on the stream, all of you guys. Everybody here. And if you dig deep, you can find out there's a voice in you telling you how great you can be. I know you've heard it. It scares you because you know that if you go after it, you're not going to be able to live the regular life you live and get your easy days and your football games and go to the bar. You're going to have to actually grind every single day for what's yours. That voice is calling you. Are you going to answer it? You know, every single beautiful billionaire, millionaire, anyone that's made a huge legacy of themselves, and it's not about the money, but it usually does follow, you know, they had one secret. They had one secret. You know what their secret to success was? It was getting started.